Yo, what is up, y'all? It's Mateo Trades back again with another trade recap. Um, yeah, this is my second time recording this because my mic was off. So let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, it's on. Okay. All right, I didn't take this. This was just a forward test. This was the trade that I took today. Um, so yeah, let's just get straight into this recap. Going into the higher time frame today, we had just taken out this weekly, the weekly BISI. So yeah, I was pretty bullish off of that. Oh, it was. I don't know if FX replay is working. Um, but yeah, so I was pretty bullish off of this sweep and the fact that we had this unfilled daily above. Then going down to the 4 hour, that is not how it looked. It was. Hold up. Hold up, bro. Okay, wait. All right. Okay. So going on to the 1 hour, or actually, I guess onto the 4 hour. Out of this weekly, out of this weekly tap, we had this 4 hour RB getting respected to CE to the tick. Then we have a 4 hour CISD right here, and we have previous days high just above. We edged that, and we were now pulling back down into. We had this hourly intermediate term low, but we were a little bit premiumed on the hourly in regards to like this range. So I kind of wanted to see a pull back to this, but I was still like kind of confident in longs. I just wanted to see how this would play out. But yeah, I was thinking maybe mech to that, especially given that we had clear like accumulation zone right here, manipulation. So this would have been a super clean AMD. Not as clean because with this low didn't get taken, but maybe could have taken this. I don't know. It would have been a little bit lower rated for sure. But anyway, that just got taken off open, so no trade there. And then I was looking for maybe a 5 minute cont to this high, but then we ended up just ripping lower and making an SMT with this unfilled hourly. Then off of that, we also had an SMT internally on the 2 minute with this, or I guess it was on the 1 minute with the this low right here. And then we had this 2 minute IFVG, but it didn't inverse. So I really wanted to take this. I thought this was a really good trade, but just had no entry here. So not really anything I could do about this. I did see some people take like a 5 minute CISD here. I think that was really good. I don't know. I don't really have the discretion for that yet. I'd rather just wait for inversions until I'm a little bit better at trading and I have a bit more confidence in myself, and then I can, start experimenting with like CISDs and all that kind of stuff. But as of now, I'm just gonna continue trading using for value apps. But yeah, so took out my draw being previous day's high. Then we started displacing lower off that on the 5 minute. Really good soup here. Rejection block is holding super high resistance above. And then we had 10 a.m. Yeah, so this was 10 a.m. open. So we created this unfilled 5 minute just above 10 a.m. open. And then, yeah, super high resistance above. We had an unfilled 4 hour right at this low and an unfilled hourly just below. This gap was sponsored by previous day's high. Although I was watching Ronan's recap and he was saying that this technically wasn't sponsored because it didn't hit a high time from gap because it needs a gap tap, and I mean, it doesn't necessarily need a sweep of liquidity, but I think it's better if there's a sweep of liquidity. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, but I don't know. I still consider this sponsored. Like, in my eyes, this is perfectly fine because we have, like, there isn't really any reason to trade back up to this high as of now. And we have super low resistance below, being this unfilled 4 hour and unfilled 1 hour. So I think this is perfectly a fine trade. So yeah, let's go into 10 a.m. open high. then resweep. That's a 3 drive. And then we had, one sec, inversion there. Pretty good inversion. Took 4 candles to close, but these candles didn't even hit this, so I didn't really care too much about it. Good displacement. Just the only thing I didn't really like, and the reason that I didn't take it off of this, is because we did we only inversed by like 1 tick, and so I don't know, just wasn't super confident with that inverse. So I waited for a pullback up into this order block, and then when I saw this candle close like that, I was like, okay, we're respecting bearish after hitting this 5-minute and making a 3 drive with super high resistance above. We can just take it off that. But as I was switching tabs, we kind of just ripped lower off the open of the next candle. And then, yeah, so I got a pretty bad fill right here. And then, yeah, honestly, this was just pretty bad delivery. Ronan was saying it was because this wasn't a sponsored fair value gap, which I could see that. I think that kind of makes sense. Just wasn't. I would still say it's sponsored. It's just I don't think it was as sponsored as if it had a fair value gap. I think it would be better. But yeah, I think after. Okay, actually, this was also something really good to note. I think, yeah. So we hit 10 a.m. open price like to the tick right there, and then immediately dumped lower, which I didn't see in the moment, but if I had seen that, that would have given me so much confidence. But yeah, and then tapped into this right gap, rejected lower, and then we end up taking out this low. I did end up just breaking even here. I don't think this was a great break even because, like, realistically, this doesn't really change much. Like, this is still extremely high resistance. These are all really high resistance, and this is still super low resistance. So even if we get a pullback up into like this breaker OB range, it's still a valid setup. So there isn't really much of a reason to break even at this low, right? I think a more valid break even would have been if we didn't have a 1-to-1 and ES took the unfilled 4-hour. I think that would have been like a perfect break even, but I guess it isn't. It's not great. It could have definitely been better. Should have just let it run through this and toward here. But I did also just not have as much conviction in this trade, and that's why I took it on my 25k instead of my 50k, because I just wasn't super confident, because yesterday in backtesting I took like 4 losses in a row, and yeah, I just wasn't super confident because of that. But this was a super clean trade, so I should just, practice like trusting myself. But yeah, and then ended up just hitting TP just for a low 1-to-1. Yeah, and then ripped higher here. And yeah, that was my trade for today. There was this 5-minute that I think was pretty good. Probably like, I would say A, maybe. Maybe A. Like, I think it was good that we left these relative equal highs, but the only thing I didn't like is external targets were fully taken. Like, we took out previous day's high, took out unfilled 4-hour, and then it's like, we're getting into 10:30. It's like, I feel like it's just lower probability, especially given that the only target was this 30-minute unfilled. That was, I mean, we did have the internal relative equal highs, but it's just like some 1-minute relative equal highs, and that 30-minute was 65 points away. So it was a decent trade. I maybe would have taken it if we had gotten a pullback into this off 10:30 open, but just ended up ripping. So yeah, nothing really too clean for the rest of the day. Kind of just ended up chopping, played out to this draw here eventually. Yeah, there. Damn, that was a fat pump. But yeah, and honestly today I was just super locked in, super focused, and yeah, I think I did pretty well today. I think maybe I just need to focus on trusting myself and trusting my analysis and remembering that I know what I'm doing. And yeah, this has been a pretty good last couple weeks. So I'm just gonna keep focusing on the process and keep pushing forward. Um, but yeah, I hope y'all learned something from this, and let me know if y'all have any questions from today or just in general about trading, and I'll make sure to get to them. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out, y'all.